Hey guys, Brent Abernathy here. Welcome to the Family First Life Gulf Coast team training call on Monday afternoon. Hope everybody is having a great day and getting your production week started off right. I'm excited for today's call. Actually, first of all, before we get to that, hope everybody had an awesome Christmas this past weekend with your friends, family, loved ones. We're able to spend that time remembering what the day is all about, and then now obviously excited to get back to work. So reason I'm so excited today, it's our last team training call of the year. And I've got a super special guest on the line with us today, and somebody I have the utmost respect for in this business. I've been in business. It's Mr. Marc Meade, but I've been in business with Marc for 8 years now. And obviously where Family First Life has gotten in 8 years and what we've done in this industry, number one, first and foremost, is due to Sean Mike's leadership, how he has been as far as helping, challenging, pushing, getting us to this point. But if you had to ask me who else would be most responsible for getting us to where we are today, it's Marc Meade. It's our guest today. And I say that because of this. Back when we were getting this thing up off the ground, Marc raised the bar for every single person in the company as far as personal production. Went out and he challenged everybody else to continue raising that bar. 10,000 a week, 10,000 a week, 10,000 a week. Every week you look up, Marc Meade was doing that. No matter what was going on, he was out producing and showed everybody that it was possible. And then now we got people writing 20, 30,000 plus a week and stuff, but it's crazy. But dude, I'm going to try and get out of the way and let you roll with it. But from me to you, I just want you to know that's what I think about you. I'm not numb to the fact of what you did from the personal production standpoint, setting this company up to where we are now, back when we were getting it up off the ground. And I will always appreciate that about what you did.
Well, man, that's real high compliment coming from you, Brent, and I appreciate that. I have to, reciprocate that because we were in the trenches together. I mean, real talk. It's funny how the company has evolved, but you guys were killing it down in the Southeast, with all your efforts, hiring, training, recruiting. I mean, you guys created the simplest system and form to get people going and build massive organizations. So I would send that shout right back out to you and say, we wouldn't be here if you didn't do what you did, and helping, leading, and setting the charge at Gulf Coast and Southeast. So, I really appreciate you, and that's never lost on me either. Throughout all the years, throughout, ups, downs, trials, tribulations, victory, success, I've never once looked down in the Southeast and didn't realize how integral, everybody who played a part there was. And you were right there in the mix of it. And it's a team effort. Nobody was able to move this thing forward without each other. And I think once we learn to really utilize each other's skills and strengths, we really took this thing to the next level. So I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you.
Absolutely, dude. Will you do me a favor and, talk about, because like I said, one of the things I always noticed and respected about you is how you just went to work every single day. It was like your hair was on fire every single day, no matter how much you had sold the week before, no matter how much was in your bank account. You just kept pushing, trying to get better every single day. And I have never once seen complacency set in with you or your group. Can you talk a little bit about complacency and kind of what kept you going and not allowing that to creep into your business?
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I think, honestly, from me perspective, I don't know if you would have asked me this 4 years ago, if I would have been able to give you this answer. But perspective, like where I came from, you know, the mistakes I made in my life, the lessons that I had to learn, and then the idea that I never wanted to make those mistakes, and I never wanted to really learn those lessons, you know, but I had to go through that, you know, and then, you know, just realizing like, why would I take this for granted? Like, this is the opportunity that I've been asking God for. This is the chance. This is the moment. This is my moment that I've asked God for. He gave it to me. Then why would I take it for granted? You know, I think there's a lot of people listening that ask God for this opportunity. Ask God for this moment. You know, looked at their spouse and said, you know, if we could just one day, if we could just somehow, if the road turned this way and we could just do this, it would be great. And they're doing that, and now they're taking it for granted. Whether it's they're taking their skills for granted because they're very talented and they can do less with more. I mean, they can do more with less, or they're taking the clock for granted, like they're young and they have time. No big deal. I just have time. Or they're taking their team for granted, where it's like, I got mine. They'll find out how to get theirs. I never did that. You know, I never saw the next person's struggle and not think it was a part of my struggle. That might have been, you could have put me in jail for that. That might have been what you know, what got me, you know, because of whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. I rode very high with the team's successes. I rode very low with the team's tribulations and their trials. And I think what I learned through the years is how to be more steady. But I was always in there trying to make a difference, trying to help. Because the next level, Brent, is what it's about. It's about, so on one side, there's perspective of, this is what I asked for. I'm so glad I have it. Like, I'm not confused. This can be taken away. I've had very rough years financially. I had significant debt when I got into Family First Life. This could be taken away, and I can't afford to ever let go of the ball. And then on the other side, it's look at the opportunity to help so many people. I've never had an opportunity where we could help so many people, clients, agents, changing people's lives. Serve the people was given to me from God. You might have heard the story before, Brent, but I was sitting in a hot tub in Jamaica when I was broke with 7 or 8 agents. We were at Family First Life, and I did not want to be on vacation because I was afraid that this was the summer months where Robin doesn't get paid as a teacher. And in 2013, the year before, I knew I was going to kill it that summer, and I didn't. I did very bad. Robin didn't get paid, and we went further into debt. So I had PTSD of leaving and going on vacation, and Robin having a summer off with no money coming in, and us not being where we want to be financially. And we went to Jamaica anyway, because at the end of church service, I went down and spoke to the pastor and gave him my anxiety. I said, this is what I'm dealing with. Should I not go? Should I go? He goes, well, faith. He goes, there's faith and fear. He goes, when you're acting in fear, it's impossible to have faith. And when you're acting in faith, it's impossible to be fearful. He goes, they're on two opposite ends of the spectrum. And he was like, I'm believing God for you and for your business that it's gonna be great. Go on vacation, enjoy your time. So I'm there, and the hot tub is my escape. As you know, we've been to many countries together and on vacation. And it's like, so in that hot tub, what I'm really trying to do is subdue myself and gather thoughts and kind of get my mind to a higher place so I can get wherever I want to go. And generally I want to meet with God, but sometimes I'm just there and trying to just unwind the stuff off of me. And I mean, you know, probably my 3rd day into that exercise, just loud, thunderous sound. Serve the people. I'm like, what is that? Yeah. And swear to God, 5 seconds later, serve the people. And I'm like, wow. Like, I didn't really know. I'm like, what people? Like, I got 8 agents. What people am I serving? And I came back. I called Sean Mike. I was like, hey, I heard this. This came from God. He goes, man, if you do that, you'll have the biggest agency you ever dreamed of having. And that stuck with me. So not only did I not want to drop the ball, Brent, did I not want to give the ball back, because I already knew what it was like to not be in the position I wanted to be in for me and my family. There was a higher calling on my life to serve people in waves. And I started to slowly but surely understand what that truly meant. And I felt that like that was God's ball giving it to me, and I didn't want to drop that ball. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for us. I think if we just look at ourselves, then I don't think we're going to do anything significant. I don't think we're going to make any impact. And Brent, that's what you guys did. You're always looking at the next man up, and whose turn is it, and how we can grow these people. There's so many people to help. So it's what Sean Mike says is, when's enough? Well, when does the last person get to eat? That's like saying, can you have too much life insurance? That's like saying, who's your client? 14 days of age to 90 years of age. People go, who's your market? 14 days of age to 90 years of age. When's enough? Well, when do you want me to stop? When should people stop getting life insurance? When should agents stop being taken advantage of? When should agents get treated fairly? When should we stop this? When should we stop thinking of financial prosperity for people? When should we stop thinking about people becoming financially free and putting their family in generational situations? When? Tell me when we should stop. And I think that perspective is enough for me. And that's kind of so it is two-sided, because the perspective of serve the people morphed over time.
Right.
It was in me, the seed was in me, but I was so mired in my situation, I needed to figure that out. And then as I saw fruitfulness, that became the mantra, which really helped where we are today.
That's so awesome. And as you were talking, I'm thinking to myself, it's as simple as if everything you're doing every day is just about the money and just about you having success or whatever, it's very easy to give up on yourself, or it's very easy to become complacent when you have some money in the account or whatever. But when it becomes about a higher goal, when it becomes about another purpose, when it becomes about other people and helping as many people as we can, we just keep going. Because like you said, perspective is you're never going to get to everybody. We want to continue trying. But it's right. Like, what's too much? How many people can we help? We don't know. We've helped a lot more in 8 years than I think probably me or you both thought we would help.
Right, you're right about that. It's crazy.
But I kind of liken it back to I was thinking about baseball, dude, when I was playing ball as you were talking, and it's like when I was in the big leagues for Tampa back in 2001, 2002, we were awful, Mark. Like, we were terrible. We lost over 100 games a year, right? And when you're on a team like that, towards the end of the season, it always becomes, well, I got to get mine. It's not about winning, right? It's about how many hits did I get today, or how did I play today? It's because the winning didn't matter anymore. We weren't going to make the playoffs, right? And I was awful in those situations because I was thinking about myself, right? But in the Olympics in 2000, when it was all about, hey, we got to win as a group. It doesn't matter if we go 0 for 5. It doesn't matter what we do, as long as Team USA, we win, right? I played the best baseball of my entire life, right, in the
Wow.
Olympics. And it's just,
That's
it's
huge.
it's because the focus wasn't on me. That's
That's
when I think
strong.
that's when a lot of us perform better and have more
Amen.
success. And
Amen.
no matter what we're talking about in life, and I love that perspective on it, man. It's awesome to hear. And what I know your life has changed dramatically over the 8 years we've been in business together, especially over the last couple of years, right? You had a lot of big things
Mm.
happen. You're an integrity partner
Yep.
now, and continuing to grow the business. You have other people in your agency that have become integrity partners. And can you just maybe shed a little bit of light on moving forward into 2022? Like, what are you most excited about as far as whether it's your agency or where the company as a whole is going? What are you most excited about at this point in time?
That's a great question. And when you asked, as soon as you said excited, my face lit up because there's so many things I'm excited about. Man, first off, this is wilder than I ever thought or imagined it would be. We was trying to help families sell some life insurance. You know what I'm saying? I think about dialing till done and preaching that message over and over and over and over again and 10K or die or 10K or bust or
Hey, I
you
got
know.
the shirt on, by the way.
You know what I'm saying? Like we lived by this mantra. It was true blood, sweat, and tears. There were no other options. I'm happy for y'all on this call who get to see a different side of this. But Brent, we were fighting for our lives. No joke, man. So first off, 2022 is the year of growth for Family First Life. And, when I think about everything Integrity's doing with the Silver Lake announcement and, the ability to become an insure tech company, which is just insanity in and of itself, to take this technology approach, knowing what technology companies represent and capitalizing on all the data points. Like I think it's like 120 billion data points that we own, and capitalizing all that and having Silver Lake bring out the best in that, what that's going to mean for growth, which allows growth for everybody, which means more partnerships, which means more people experiencing generational wealth, which means more people growing. Like it's stupid. And I don't I don't know how we got here, but I'm grateful. And then I look at Family First Life and the impact and how many different organizations are exploding because of the integrity effect and the ability to grow just out of sheer will and brute force, of we got to do this. We got to do this for us. We got to do this for our families. We got to do this for our people, like other people's families. Like that's awesome. And then to look at Tri-State, I had meetings, I've been having meetings, a lot of meetings in the last couple of weeks and more meetings in the next few weeks, but just about what is this, like, what do you want to do? Like, again, there's no glory for me to get an integrity partnership and you not get one. What do you want to do? Like I'm not going to, they're not going to cut you a check because you have an integrity hat. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Like we've got to actually grow people. Meaning like, if you think it's about your integrity deal, it's about your people's integrity deal, which equals your integrity deal. Like, I hope that people could really get that, Brent. Like, this is when you say complacency, that's laughable to me because everybody has not gotten what they came here for yet. So how in the world could we possibly be complacent? How's that possible? Like, anyway, like it's just like it's time, Now's the time. We've been saying time is now for 8 years, but time is definitely now.
Times now.
It's like the harvest has never been more ripe. There's never been more fruit at the tree. Why would you slow down now? Why would you? Why is now the time to take a seat? Why not just take this approach of a lifetime of service to others? We are in the greatest industry in the world with the greatest company maybe ever created, definitely for us. Family First Life through integrity. And we have the greatest opportunity any of us will ever see, which is to serve at an insane capacity. Serve up, serve down, serve in leadership, and grow. Because if we can do that, Brent, the amount of impact is endless. And the people's lives that we're going to impact, we don't even know yet. And that's in so many capacities of life, through mentorship and training, discipleship, finances, marriages. Like, you just don't know what your seed of your sweat seed or your financial capital seed or your word seed is doing for other people. You never really know. But we need y'all, because this is how we're going to all do it and all grow. And I'm really excited about that when I think of what's actually possible. I want to high five people on the way to the finish line and when we cross it. And I think that is something that has me really excited for 2022.
Dude, you just said how we are all going to do it, right? And that's something that, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. We've all had growth over the 8 years, and if you'd have told me 8 years ago that anybody can have success in this business, that anybody can grow a huge business, that anybody can go write 10,000 plus every single week, I wasn't there at that point in time. I truly did not believe that at that point in time, but when you say how we're all going to grow together, that perspective on things is changed in my mind. Like, anybody can, if you're starting day one right now, right? Year of growth 2022 can literally change your family's life, your financial life, your spiritual, like, you can make a change right now and make a decision to go get it. And no matter what your background is, you can. And that's the beauty, man. I look around at so many people who have grown this thing and who are having success and stuff. And we got so much diversity in the types of people and the backgrounds. And it just takes belief in yourself. It takes, a lot of hard work, obviously. And it takes the willingness to help a lot of people. And that's it. As long as you can smile and, I always say, Mark, as long as you can smile and you take a shower and you brush your teeth before you go see people, I mean, that's really all it takes, So, I love it. And I know you're a busy man, and I don't want to keep you too long today, but dude, just listening to you talk and your perspective, and I've always respected you and thought very highly of you, and watched you from afar in this business. And but dude, there's a reason why you're always our leadoff hitter at convention every single year. It's because of that perspective that you have a way of putting on things. And it doesn't matter how bad things are, the trials, the tribulations, whatever, you're gonna have plenty of highs, plenty of lows. But if you have the right perspective and you realize that we're here for a bigger cause, Mark, I always say, I personally, and I just believe that God did not put any of us here on the face of this earth to be mediocre. He put us here for greatness. It's our job to go fulfill that and to go serve that. And I just love the perspective you always put on it, man. So You know, I just want you to know I appreciate you. Appreciate you taking time today. Like I said, I know you're a busy guy, and anything Gulf Coast or anything myself I can ever do to help you and the Tri-State crew, and I will do in a heartbeat, and I hope you know that. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'd love to get you on, man. Love to get you on. You know, I would love that. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, bud. Well, listen, buddy, you have a good rest of the day. Okay. Thank you for sharing with us. And let's make it a year of growth. Let's make it a huge 2022, right, brother?
Sir, let's do it, baby. I
All
love
right,
it.
buddy. I appreciate you. Okay.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, bud. Bye bye.
All right, take care.